What is up, internet? It's your boy Tinku, and we're gonna do something a bit fresh, a little bit new. I'm still gonna do anime reviews, of course, for the new stuff that comes out. But when it comes to some of the older stuff I'm gonna talk about, it's gonna be more of an overview to give you guys more of reasons to actually watch it or read it. And I'm also gonna start something that this video is gonna be, and it's gonna be anime that they should finish. Now, to me, this criteria, it means that they have a manga and they have an anime, but during the run of the anime, they never finished the story. They never finished the rest of the manga, or they caught up to the point of the manga and then they stopped it and then never picked it back up. And so that's something I want to do, because there's a lot of good stories out there that's anime that just left people hanging. And if you read the manga, you get the gratification, but the anime is good enough to be finished. So that's what this series is going to be, starting with today's video. With that said, please subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and join me on the Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I love interacting with you guys, and I want to keep that going. And with all that said, let's get started. So today we're going to be talking about Ora Monogatari. In the US, it's called My Love Story. It came out a couple years ago, and this anime is amazing. It's a straight slice of life. But the manga is also really well written, really well done, and it's one of those things to where they did 24 episodes and they didn't finish the anime. Where they ended it, it was a good point where they ended it, so you can feel like it's complete, but the next arc after that in the manga is a huge ordeal, and it would really bring a lot to the anime if they actually finished it. So this one, of course, is gonna be, like I said, more of an overview. So there will be a few more details than just my normal, hey, watch it because it's not new, it's been out for a while. So if you don't want to hear that, I'm just warning you guys now, there might be some light spoilers, because I go into the story, not the story, but my reasonings for the story pretty deep. All right. So our main character, his name is Takio Gura. Everybody calls him Takio. He's a 16-year-old boy. But he looks like a 30-year-old man, kinda. He's not what the Japanese would consider attractive, but he's huge. He's just this humongous, ripped, buff 16-year-old kid. But like I said, he looks like he's 30 years old. He's pretty old, and he has a problem. The story picks up basically where he's going to confess to the girl that he likes, and finally get it out there. But there's a problem. He has his best friend, whose name is Makoto Sunakawa. Everybody just calls him Suna, so I'm going to be referring to him as Suna for the rest of the video. He's one of those pretty boy, one of those Japanese pretty boy, very popular with girls, everybody likes him, but he's pretty cold-hearted to everybody, except kind of Takio. So what you get is, he goes to confess to the girl that he likes, and he doesn't interrupt, he kind of sees her confessing to Suna. And Suna rejects her violently, like bad, and like he's not even nice about it, like hardcore, makes the girl cry, and it irritates Takio because he always does this. So basically, you find out there's a trend. Every time Takio likes a girl, she always ends up liking Suna, who's his best friend, and Suna always just crushes these girls and says, "I have no interest in you. I don't want to, talk to you at all." And so you find out that Takio's kind of questions his friendship with Suna, like, why are we even friends? We lived in the same building since we were kids, and we've always been together, but I don't really get why we're friends. So that's the baseline for it. And then, of course, they're on the random train together, and there's a person who is he's groping girls on the train, and Suna points this out to Takio, and Takio stops it. He like totally crushes this guy, and you just see how good of a person Takio is, and how he just has such a great heart. And that's when he meets Rinko Yamato, and Rinko is a very petite, tiny little girl, especially compared to Takio, and he sees he just looks at her and just like kind of instantly falls in love with her because she's so petite, so cute. So he rescues her, and that transpires. And to thank him, she like wants to bake him goods because she's really good at baking, and so that's how they all meet. They all three start hanging out. Of course, Takio likes Rinko, and he gets it in his mind that Rinko likes Suna when she actually does like Takio back, and so it's the back and forth between them, and you know how he's so oh, it happened again, what I'm gonna do, and Suna of course stuck in the middle, and you see why Suna actually really is a really good friend to Takio. Like you find out why he was so mean to all those girls, which is amazing, and it just makes you see how good all three of these people are. And of course, Gouda is kind of superhuman. So every time he's the one that always ends up rescuing people or stopping something from happening, or like they had this one thing where like a big construction beam falls and Takio's able to catch it because he's like I said, more superhuman. And then when that goes, all the people think Suna because he's the handsome one and he's always there, so they always give him the credit. And he's like, no, my friend Takio's the one who did it. He's the one who's presenting him, but because he's big and he's scary, people don't want to get him. And so eventually, I'm not gonna tell you how because it's really good. Takio and Rinko end up dating, and the show is basically about them dating, his friendship with Suna, and how Suna supports them and everything like that, and how good of a friend Suna is. And so it's multi-level. You have your relationship with Rinko and Takio, which is the main of it, but the friendship between Takio and Suna is amazing. That's the part I like about the most. How they're there for each other, things like that, and the storylines that happen. It's funny, it's funny, it's adorable, it's cute, it's all that wrapped into one. So that's why it's definitely worth a watch. Now they did 24 episodes, and they did a really good job on those 24 episodes on ending on a part where it could be an actual ending if it needed to be. However, the manga continued. I bought all the manga volumes. I've read the whole thing, and the rest of it's great. Like I said, right after the arc where they finished in the anime, a big event happens, and it's like shatters almost everybody's world, and it's like how they get through it. Are they even able to get through it? How are they gonna do this? Because like I said, Takio in the anime and the mangas is bigger than life, just great guy, but he's still a human being too. He has insecurities. There's things that he's not confident about in himself, you know what I mean? And that's why his friend and his girlfriend are so important to him, because they're there to support him when he needs them, just like he's always there for them when they need him, because that's just the kind of guy he is. So it's definitely worth watching. All right, and then if you're so inclined, read the manga. Like I said, I bought the entire manga series because I'm in love with the story. I've watched this like 3 or 4 times all the way through. And if you don't want to watch the anime because you're not an anime person, or you don't want to read the manga because you're not a manga person, they have a live action movie that kind of sums up the first couple, like 4 or 5 episodes, I think, into one, and the movie's great. I mean, the guy that gets to play Takio like looks like him. They got Suna's personality and Rinko's personality down packed to those actors that did it. So it's definitely worth a watch for the live action movie if you haven't seen that at all either. It might be a little bit hard to find. I had to get it imported, but it's definitely worth it. I'm sure that's out there on some streaming site. You could probably find it. So with all that said, guys, tell me what you guys think. Tell me if you want me to do like a certain type of video, if you want me to do like a recap of something, or you want me to just straight review something, or if you want me to do just like a manga only, nothing special, just review the manga. I'd be more than happy to read up on stuff and take a look at it. So with all that said, again, guys, please subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and join me on the Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And everybody have an awesome day.